Okay. Good afternoon. Uh, I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the water to create many ripples. Mother Teresa. India is celebrating Azadi Ka Amruta Mahotsav on the occasion of 75th year of Indian independence. We also celebrating by dedicating our weekend talks to it. Every year, uh, every year celebrating National Women's Day on March 8th to social, economical, culture, and political achievements of women. The campaign theme of International Women's Day 2022 is Break the Bias. Unconscious bias make difficult for women to move ahead. Creative. To be active, we have to think creatively. And if you are creative, you need to be active. So creative. Knowledge Square is our tagline. Sharing of knowledge doubles our knowledge. Creative is a gathering of like-minded who are very enthusiastic to learn new knowledge. Vision of Creative is to build constructive thinking and progress in various fields. Our focus on non-textual, non-academic, non-syllabus related topics. Creative provide forums to the resource person to share their views, discoveries, and ideas with us. And we are thankful to all our resource persons who are sharing their knowledge with us and keep supporting us. Every Saturday, we are scheduling our talks between 3 to 5, and we live streaming our talks on our YouTube channel. We have social medias where you can follow us for more updates. Today is 37th episode of Creative. Topic is challenges and achievement of women in education. I welcome today's resource person, multi-talented, eminent, dynamic resource person, Srimati Anjali Ramanna. I could like to invite creative volunteer Preeti Varghese to introduce today's speaker. Over to Preeti.
I hope I'm audible. Supriya, am I audible to you?
Yes, Preeti. Yes.
Thank you, Supriya. Thank you so much. Feminism isn't about making women stronger. Women are already strong. It's about changing the way the world perceives that strength. Good afternoon, everyone, once again. Today, we have a very special guest amongst us who will talk about the challenges and achievements of women in education on this very special day of Women's Day. We, as women, need to reshape our own perception of how we view ourselves. We have to step up as women and take the lead. We have Srimati Anjali Ramanna, who is a perfect example for this. Under her guidance and leadership, many women and children was given justice, or I can say was granted justice, and are able to lead a normal life. Ms. Anjali Ramanna have completed her MA in Kannada, literature, and in history. She has an LLB degree and completed a certificate course in children's human rights from University of Geneva, holds a certificate course in young people's mental health, and a certificate course in feminism and social justice from the University of Michigan. She also holds a certificate course in grief counseling to add to her successful wings. An advocate by profession, Ms. Anjali Ramanna is a skilled trainer, writer, and a columnist, heading Astitva Legal Trust as chief promoter and founder with objectives of rendering free service to women and children. She is now appointed as Chairperson of Children Welfare Committee of Karnataka State Government for Girls in Bangalore Urban Jurisdiction. She has published more than 500 articles on rights of women and children. She has also conducted many legal awareness workshops in many colleges and schools. Ms. Anjali Ramanna works as a resource person in National Institute of Public Cooperation and Child Development. She has presented her paper on domestic violence in Southeast Asia at UNO. She also has made many documentaries like Nanu Yake Beda on female feticide and Hennu Bruna Hatye. This documentary has been made into 7 different Indian languages, and not only that, this is also made in Nepalese language also. She has also participated as a resource person in almost all the television news channels on socially relevant topics. Where there is women, there is magic. To spread this magic to the world, Ms. Anjali Ramanna has published many books. Among those few books are Kayuveya Kala, which is a lovely collection of poetry, Rashitigalu, Chaukattu, Huvina Hadu, Belakina Seradu. These are the few books which is written by Ms. Anjali Ramanna. As people say, the best protection any woman can have is to have courage. And to honor the courage, she has been awarded with many awards and honors. She was the BBMP Women of the Year 2010. Ms. Anjali Ramanna has been awarded with Indira Priyadarshini Mahila Sadhaki Award, Kamala Ramaswamy Endowment Prize, Kannada Sahitya Parishat, Pravasa Anudana. The list is not ending here. She was invited as an audience to witness the debate on child's right in UNO at Vienna. She was invited as a guest on discussion about welfare of children at UNICEF in London. University of Tel Aviv, Israel has presented Ms. Anjali with the Memento of Honors at Jewish Museum. And the list goes on and on and on. And I wish the list never ends. I take immense pleasure in introducing such a great personality to all of you. And it was immensely overwhelming to welcome a guest like you, ma'am. Welcome to the family of Creative. I also take this opportunity to welcome Srinath sir, the scientist from ISRO, who is a driving force of this team. I welcome all the creative volunteers and all the lovely participants to grace this meeting. Happy Women's Day to all the incredible women who are the source of immense strength. Thank you, Supriya. Thank you, Creative Team, for giving this opportunity to welcome a great personality like Ms. Anjali Ramanna. Over to you, Supriya.
Thank you, Preeti. Ma'am, over to you. Anjali, ma'am.
Good evening, all. Is audio clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Actually, whenever I go to any program or event like this, when people start introducing me, initial stages, I used to say, Ayo, don't say anything. It's okay. Just tell my name. That's more than enough. But, of late, I have realized like when I hear to my own introduction from somebody else's mouth, it definitely, instigates the responsibility within me. It makes me to be more responsible in my thoughts, in my expressions, in my words, and of course, in my deeds. So, instead of taking pride in my introduction, I always see to it as a torchlight to my the road ahead. So thanks for giving such a wonderful introduction, which definitely, put me into crossroads of thinking, have I really done something? What else should I do? What is remaining? And of course, I always, whenever people introduce me, I always feel that I'm running short of time. So plenty of work is pending, which I intend to complete, of course, with all your support and best wishes. Today, Ms. Supriya gave me the topic of challenges and achievements of women in education. I'm extremely sorry. All these heavy words, heavy titles, heavy sentences, which will really make me, what is the challenge I faced? Or what are the challenges women are facing? What is achievement? All these fundamentals, I just get confused. So please excuse me for, putting aside such a heavy topic. I'm here to learn. That's it. I'm here to move with you all, holding hand in hand. I'm not your mother, or I'm not a messiah to put all the solutions in a platter and just place it before you and khalo biti, meri bitiya khalo. No, I'm not your neither mother nor messiah. I'm just a superwoman as all of you. That's it. Women, superwomen. That's it. We all are superwomen. Hence, we need to walk together, share together, experience together, and we have to cross over the hurdles together. That's all. I'm not here to tell you, what are the challenges the women in society are facing, or how should we overcome it, or how people have achieved. And I'm not here to introduce you to the biographies of super duper women who have done something for society or who have achieved something, because I consider all of them were once upon a time like me and you. So we all are on the same path. And I don't even know what is achievement, because we are all born achievers, I feel. So achievement, achievers, just put it aside. I'm here to share some of my experience. Rather, I am here to share the lessons I have learned from life. That's it. If those lessons are going to help you in any which way, most welcome. And it's my pleasure to know that those experiences really help you and you can do whatever you intend to do. That's it. So is that okay, Supriya?
No problem, ma'am. You can carry on.
And also, by profession, I'm a lawyer. So in our profession, they say lawyers are, they know only to open their mouth. They do not know to close. If you are observing the live streaming of High Court proceedings of recently what's happening, you all will agree with this statement that lawyers know only to open their mouth, not to close. So just, today, let me talk less, let us share more. So hence I'll be, sharing 2-3 experiences with me, of which I learned few lessons, so that afterwards we can share many more things. So that's what I intend to do. Let me start with my childhood. I was in 5th standard. I was in 5th grade. I was studying in a school. Inside the loo, that is inside the toilet, I had a fight with one of my friends, one of my classmates. She pushed me. My knee got hurt. Later, it turned to be a septic wound. Even today, I have the mark on my right knee. Okay. I got hurt. There was a small wound. I went back home, and of course, mothers, at that time we never used to go to doctor for small things, so home remedies were there. So my mama did some ಪಟ್ಟಿ ವಟ್ಟಿ ಲಗಾಕೆ ಅರ್ಶನ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನೇನೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. So like that, she did some home remedy and she took care of my wound for 3 days. But unfortunately, that didn't heal up. It turned to create a septic in that area. So fourth or fifth day, she took me to a doctor. There, the doctor gave me an injection and he said, I have to go to him for next 2-3 days for dressing up the wound. So for next 2-3 days, I went to my headmistress and asked for 2 hours break during the school time. During that period, I had to go to the doctor. So very next day, for change of that dress, that bandage, I went to the doctor. My father picked me up from the school and he took me to the doctor. There, the bandage was changed, and my father took me to his office because he had some work. Then he asked me to stay there. He left for his work. I was sitting in my father's office chamber on his chair. A phone call comes. My father's manager picks up the phone. It was my father's older sister, that is my auntie, that is in Kannada Sodarate. Because if we say aunt, it sounds very sober, but in Kannada, if we say Sodarate, it comes with all colorful character, jing jang, like it's a personality. Sodarate is a personality. Aunt is just a relationship and a word. So I prefer to call Sodarate. So my Sodarate had called me. That is my paternal aunt had called me. While my father's manager was talking to her, she told, Madam, he is not there. That is, her brother is not there, but Anjali is there. That is brother's daughter. Anjali, it's me. Anjali is there. Then my aunt, that is my Sodrate, asked my manager to give the phone to me. But at that point of time, my wound was so paining. I was literally into cry and I did not want to talk to anybody. I just told the manager, I can't speak now. She immediately repeated the same words to my Sodarate. She's telling she couldn't speak now. My Sodarate got angry and she just kept the receiver. There ended the conversation. Later in the evening, my Sodarate called my father. At that time, there was no mobile facility, only landlines were there. My Sodarate called my father just to, what do you call, chadi helodu, chugli. ನೋಡು ನಿನ್ ಮಗಳು ನಾನು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ಲು. ಏನ್ ದುರಂಕಾರ ನಿನ್ ಮಗಳಿಗೆ, ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ಫೋನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, all those things. Of course, my father is very understanding. He was very understanding. So he didn't say anything and he just explained maybe she was in pain because I had not even informed my father that was the incident took place. So he assumed that I was in the pain or something like that, and he just ended the conversation. Then he explained it to the family, the mother, my sister, all were there. He told her, see, this is what the Sodarate, the sister, told. Then I told her, no, my knee was paining very much. I couldn't even open my mouth. So I told the manager that I would talk to her later. I did not want to talk. Okay. This was the actual incident took place. I could never forget it. By this incident, it made me, at that point of time, it was just an incident which was very hurtful and, it was very insulting. I cried. It ended. But later stages of my life, whenever I think of this incident, I just feel this is the incident which made me to learn how to differentiate personal issues and societal demands, how to create a balance between personal issues and societal demands. This, I feel, most of us lack. We don't argue or we don't discuss issue based, whether it is inside the family or outside the family, office, society, social media, wherever it is, we always target person and personal issues. We never take up any issues on issue based for discussion. So this is the incident which made me to learn how to balance between personal issues and societal demands. You might ask, Madam, how are you going to relate it to women challenge and achievements in education? We will come back to that. We will just proceed to that point later. And next, I want to share one more incident with you. I had been to London. There, I went to visit Museum of Florence Nightingale. You all must have heard the name of Florence Nightingale. She was a nurse who worked in the war field, and her name was Florence, but Nightingale is the award, the status that is given to her. So obviously, Florence Nightingale ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ದಿರೋರು ಯಾರೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಂಡನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಯಂ ಇದೆ. So I went there. As soon as we enter the museum, they have kept a Nightingale bust there. About that, they have written, I became Florence Nightingale for the reason I never gave or took an excuse. Below that, the name Florence Nightingale. I never gave or took any excuse. This made me to rethink. Since then, I started working, giving without any excuse or just no procrastination in my work. I need to work, no excuses. I need to do this. That means I shall have to do this. No excuse. Like the way I'm not sitting here to take any excuses from anybody, because I want the work to be done. I'm very much focused on the purpose. So I never give any excuse. I never take any excuse. Probably women who have done this have achieved what they intended. That's what I wanted to tell you, share my experience. Before I proceed further, I would like to ask you all a question. Today, what is bothering you? All of you can answer, please. Today, what is bothering you? Can any one of you start?
In this present scenario, women are facing many challenges. The one thing right now, as a school teacher, many schools have appointed lady principals, so that's not an issue. But still, we have that whether will we be exploited, like not in this manner, but still there is that corporation which is going on in the private schools. So that thing, as a professional, it always, whenever I change my school from one school to other, so I always have that in mind. How will the management be? Whether they give me the freedom to teach as I want my kids to be taught. So that's the one which worries me a lot.
Okay, so the anticipation of change is bothering you, right?
Not the anticipation of change, but whether that, having gone through both good and bad transformation or change in many schools, so I'm scared to change the school, thinking of how the principal or the head of the school would be, whether she is understanding or whether she is not understanding. And if she is not understanding, again, whether to leave the school or how to proceed with all those things.
Okay. Anybody else, please? So in entire group, only one lady has some botheration. Otherwise, everybody is contented and happy. I can see one name, Ramyashri, Shravan Diyar, some Sultana, Dhanmin, Ram. So no botheration to anybody? On the small chutku putku, I heard some voice. Is this the boy? What's his name? Dhanvin Ram. Giridhar anta yaru bandru. Would you like to talk, Mr. Giridhar? Yeah, please. Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, please.
This is Giri. I am also teacher in Gauribindur. I am facing some challenges regarding the girl children's, ma'am. Why? Because girl children are not allowed to go outside. That means in the village side. Why? Because some parents are going outside for work. Here our girl students are taking care of the young ones in the house, and we are struggling. And also in parents meeting also we are telling you should tell to the children to come to school like that, but they will not taking care. Why? Because of some young children also there in a home now, ma'am. They are caring, taking care. That's why our girl students are what's that? They are not coming perfectly to the school. That's my somewhat I am facing the problem nowadays.
So how to make the parents understand about the
Yes,
importance of education for their girl child is the challenge you are facing, correct?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay. Anybody else?
I'm
At least
sorry.
minimum 10 people have to speak to me. Then only I'll continue.
I'm sorry to interrupt in between.
Yeah, please tell me.
Probably I might have misunderstood you. Is it as a professional or as a person the problems I'm facing?
Personal, anything. I want to know what is bothering you today.
Just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether personal, if you have fought with your mother-in-law, sister-in-law, or your husband has gifted his sister better sari than he gave you one. So whatever it is, what is your botheration of today? Today, what is bothering you? Today, that doesn't mean that today is 5th March, not 5th March. Like, present scenario, what is bothering you? So anybody else? Yeah, please tell me.
Are we performing the task or performing up to our, what do you call? I'm not able to put that in proper.
Your own expectation?
Yeah. Am I performing according to we have, before being a teacher, we was like, I will change the world. I will do that. I will do this. But right now, even though I am bringing up some change in among few students, but is it enough to change the world? So that is one more. Am I fulfilling or am I able to meet up my own expectation? That is my problem. Okay. Personally, thankfully, no problem. Only these two problems which always haunts me.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Next, please. Rashi Priya. Matartiri Rashi Priya. Preeti Varghese. Matadi.
Sorry, I just spoke now.
Yeah, you spoke to. Yes. You spoke to me. Next. I'll call out everybody's name. Harshit, Vijayashri, Lakshmi, Monish, Chandana. Yarigu maat baralla? Nobody wants to speak to me. Am I so ugly that you just by looking at my video, you are not feeling talking to me? Saujanya, Afrin Taj, Akhila, Swaleha Sultana, Supriya, ನೀವೇ ಮಾತಾಡಿ.
No, ma'am, you're actually beautiful.
Thank you so much. No, if you had not told me that, I would have been, like in depression. Ayo, nobody recognized my beauty. What to do? I dressed up with a lot of, time. I gave so much time on my makeup, my dress. Nobody recognized it. Correct? I should have gone into depression.
It's not like that, but I was thinking, what's my current
in reality, that is the issue. We all crave for recognition. We never recognize what exactly we do not want.
Yes, ma'am.
The issue is, see, whatever just now, whatever the beautiful lady spoke and whatever Mr. Giridhar told, the issue is, ನಾವು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಮಗುನ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಹುಡುಗಿ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಹುಡುಗನ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ our first question will be, what do you want to become ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಜನರಲಿ ವಿ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ನೀನ್ ದೊಡ್ಡವನಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೀಯ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಅಥವಾ ನೀನು ದೊಡ್ಡವನಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ದೊಡ್ಡೋಳಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೀಯ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? Am I right?
Yes,
Yes,
Am I right or
ma'am. You are
wrong?
right. Yes.
Have you ever tried asking a child, ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಡ? Have you ever asked? ಪ್ರೀತಿ, please tell me.
Never, ma'am. Not
ಗಿರಿಧರ್ ಅವರೇ,
even once this thought up.
ಗಿರಿಧರ್ ಅವರೇ,
Yes, ma'am.
ನೀವು ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ, ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಕರೆದು ನಿಮ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳದು ವಿದ್ಯಾಭ್ಯಾಸ ಹಂಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಸಾವಿತ್ರಿಬಾಯಿ ಫುಲೆ ಹೀಗಾದ್ರು, ಇಂದಿರಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇವರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮಣ್ಣಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮಸಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಎವರ್ ಆಸ್ಡ್? ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನಾವಾದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಾಗೋದ್ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ, ಅದ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ. ಬಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಎವರ್ ಆಸ್ಡ್ ಎನಿ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆರ್ ಅ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ದಟ್ ನಿನಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಡ, ನೀನ್ ದೊಡ್ಡೋಳಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೀಯ, ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ನಾನ್ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಬೇಕು, ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಊಟ ಬೇಕು, ನಿನಗೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಬೇಕು, ನಿನಗೆ ಮನೋರಂಜನೆ ಬೇಕು, ನಿನಗೆ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಬೇಕು, ನಿನಗೆ ಗಣಿತ ಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ I have never asked you what you do not want. That is where fundamentally we are going wrong. I'll just share with you. I met a parent, like, every day I'll be seeing 35 to 40 cases when I sit on my chair. There was a girl who used to, there was twins, actually, the girl and the brother, they were twins. They used to run away from home very frequently. So finally, like the third or fourth time, they were rescued by Childline. And when they were brought before me, we started the investigation. And when we spoke to the children, like, the satisfaction, the contention, the comforts had made them to run away from the home in search of, something different we want to do, something we want to achieve. They wanted to see the hardships of life. So we call that, it's actually shocking for you people. Since if you had told me this, I would have, madam, sumne boosa bidta idare, kardidivala chief guest agi, so boosa bidta idare. I would have told the same thing. But because I have experienced it personally and I have seen this incident personally, I believe it. So we call the parents. That middle class parents, what they share, the father, when he was saying, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಅವ್ರ ಬಾಯಿಂದ ಬರಕ್ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ I give everything to them. Weekly once I take them to malls, I take them to movies, I give them pizzas, I allow them to wear whatever they want to wear. Such a costly school bag I have given them, madam, 1,300 fast track backpack I have brought for them. I have given everything to them. They are so lucky to be born for me. I never say no to anything. And while saying that, he also said, madam, when I was young, probably 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, during growing period, I wanted to eat masala dosa. But we were so poor that my parents could not fetch me one single masala dosa. And I always loved to eat hotel idlis with that pouring chutney. But I couldn't get because of our poverty. But trust me, madam, now, I want my kids to be so happy and comfortable. Every day, as soon as I come back from the factory, I take them to Darshini, and every day I feed them with 2 idlis and 1 masala dosa, madam. Ask them. I asked,
Exactly,
children,
I am observing
said,
this.
yeah, children said, yes ma'am, but we don't like idli and masala dosa. See, we have never asked them, what do you want? They must have liked that khara baat, kesri baat, chow chow baat, or rave idli, or they must have not felt not to eat anything for a day. But father did not get idli and masala dosa at that time. So now he thinks providing the same idli, thank God, ಆ ಕಾಲದ ಇಡ್ಲಿನೇ ಅವ್ರು ಪ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಳಸಿದ ಇಡ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹಠ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. So he thought idli and masala dosa would keep his child happy. So trust me, children were frustrated of comforts. They wanted to venture with new life. So they used to run away from home. I asked, very first question, whenever I meet a child, I ask, what you don't want? Once I went to take a session like this with the kids. I asked, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಡ ಮಗ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಹುಡುಗನ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. Probably he was 15, 16-year-old or 17, 18, something like that. He said, ವೃದ್ಧಾಶ್ರಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. Old age home should not be there, madam. We should take care of parents. I tell you, love and emotions are a burden on the children. I don't know to say it in English or Hindi. Pakka Kannadadalli ಒಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಋಣಭಾರ. ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಯು, ಸೊ ಆರ್ ಇಂಡೆಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಮೀ. ಅದನ್ನ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು, ಲೈಕ್ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಪುಟಿಂಗ್ ದಮ್. ಐ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್, ವೃದ್ಧಾಶ್ರಮ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಡ? ವೃದ್ಧಾಶ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಮೇಡಮ್. ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಕಷ್ಟ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿ, ಅವ್ರೆಷ್ಟೇ ಕೆಟ್ಟೋರಾದ್ರೂ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಲ್ಚರ್, ಬ್ಲಾ 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 ಬ್ಲಾ. I gave him one example. In one of the families, older couple, they had only one single daughter. She was married to an Indian in Australia. After marriage, she went to Australia and they were working there. Both husband and wife working there. These old couple were very happy, contented. They were staying happily in India. All of a sudden, after the marriage, 6 months after the marriage, the mother of the family, that is mother of that girl, she passed away. Now that man, he was shocked because all of a sudden it happened. And because of the shock, he lost one of his legs, the strength in one of his legs. So he was not able to walk properly. He was in need of support to walk. All these things happened. The newlywed couple from Australia, they came back. They stayed with the father for 4 or 5 months, and they took good care of the house. And adella iruttala, rituals have to be done. So they did that. Now the time had come, all their leaves were expired, so they wanted to leave back to Australia to continue with their work. But father was not able to manage himself alone. So but he could not go to Australia because of various other technical reasons. And also at that age, going to some other different country and getting adjusted would be very, very difficult for some people. So he did not prefer to go back. And also technically, he was not allowed in Australia. And now you don't ask me, ayo ಅಷ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಮಗಳು ಅಳಿಯಾನೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ. No, they were scientists. Both of them were scientists. Which they were committed to work there for some organization. I don't know technically, probably Mr. Srinath would be knowing the technicalities of working with one organization when you enter into some secret coding zone or something like that. So they were invariably, legally, they had to work there. They were not able to take the father with them, but they were not even able to leave the father alone. So what they did, they hired a house nurse, that is home nurse. Nowadays we get, no? So they hired a lady and they made the arrangements and they left. But in 2-3 months, father, just felt he was not getting adjusted, getting along with that help. So he called the daughter and he told, illamma idu yako sari hogta illa, aagta illa. Then they came down, and with all discussion, they put the father in a old age home, very decently infrastructure ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರೋದು, ಅವರ ತೂಕಕ್ಕೆ ತಡೆಯೋ ಒಂದು ವೃದ್ಧಾಶ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು. Then they left. I want to know, is this wrong or right? Before any of you answer, I'm going to tell you one more incident. There was a middle class family where old Ajaji, that is Tande Tai, was there. Old parents were there, along with middle-aged son and daughter-in-law, along with 2 school and college going, high school and middle school going children. The man of that is old man of the house, he was, suddenly he got some paralytic stroke or something happened. He got bedridden. The wife was looking after him. She was above 60 and that man was above 70. She was looking after his physical needs. And the son of the family used to go out and work, and daughter-in-law used to take care of the entire household chores. This was the scenario. But after some time, even the old lady, she started having some issues with her backbone. So she was not able to handle her husband. But they were not as rich to hire a home nurse or put them in a big hospital for surgery or whatever it is. Technically, they were not able to do that. They were having some debts. So if the son goes for work, if he gets his salary only, their house used to run. So after discussion, they put those old couple, they admitted them to a vruddashrama, that is old age. Now it happened probably 6-7 years back. Since then, they all are living happily. Every week, the son, daughter-in-law, children go to meet the parents, and parents meet the children, grandchildren, and they all are happy. Now, by looking at these two incidents, tell me, is it wrong or right? What the decision they took, is it wrong or right? Any of you? Otherwise, I'll just proceed and finish my session. It's time now. Oh, it's 4:15. So let me finish. So tell me, is it right or wrong?
Yes, actually here I would like to, can I?
Yeah, please, Vijayashri.
Yeah, okay. In the two cases, you have been telling that they had put the older father and the older parents in the vruddashrama. Given the circumstances and the scenarios, which was the best possible thing they would do at that point of time. So that is the solution, optimal solution, whatever we call in our language. So that was a very nice solution. So given under the given circumstances, that was good and ideal and comfortable for all of them. And they stayed amicable. Yes.
Exactly. So now you think of the boy who told me, "Ayo vruddashrama ella irbardu, madam." If you make the children develop in such kind of pressurized environment, tomorrow they will fail to find out any solution with the fear of society. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಜನ ಏನಂತಾರೋ. We are looking after our children, jana enantaro. Of course, we give birth to our children thinking jana enantaro. So challenges are outside, solution is within us. I want to share one more incident of my life. Once I had been to Venice. If you have seen in Google, or some of you, if you have visited the place, alella gondola irutte gotta. You have to see the city sitting in a boat, not exactly a boat, a kind of boat. You know, you have to cross through the city by water. As a tourist, I was sitting there in one of the gondolas, and there were two more ladies from Australia again. They were fair, plumpy, good looking. For Indians, they are good looking. Their English accent, everything is different. They were impressive. Me, though, 5 feet tall, short lady, black, feeble, typical South Indian accent English. Timid, nanu nan padu kind lady. I was sitting in that gondola, and those two ladies were sitting. You know, the person who was taking us, he kept on telling, don't shake or don't move, otherwise possibility of falling down is there. He kept on telling, but these two ladies, they were laughing. They were a little bit heavy also. They were laughing. They were, touching the water, and they were jumping. He kept on telling, but suddenly, because of them, the gondola, it started wavering. Of course, fortunately, we did not fall, but it starts wavering. You know what happened? The man immediately turned to me and he started shouting at me. For the only reason, I was, timid and sober, and he knew that I would not talk back. Generally, Indians, they don't talk back, and we are of inferiority complex because of our skin color and because of our accent. Or because of our various other reasons, like, generally this world is tagged white is beautiful. So all these things, he started shouting at me, and it was very hurtful, the words he used, but I had zipped my mouth. You know why? This incident made me to understand, where do I stand in the scenario of entire world? What is my strength? If that had happened with any auto driver in my own Bengaluru, I would have held his Kattin Patti and I would have asked, no ingantya, neenen saketidyano nan magane. And whatever word he uses, I know double of it to use, give back. Correct? ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೆಂಗಸರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅದು, ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ಗೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ just explore it. So I just kept quiet, because that incident taught me, before I react, I should understand, where do I stand, how do I react, and when do I react? When should I react? ಬೆಂಕಿ ಇವತ್ತು ತಗಲ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮೀಟು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಅಭಿಯಾನ ಬಂತು, ನಿಮಗೆ ನೆನಪಿದ್ಯಾ? All the ladies who happened in 20 years back, 15 years back, 5 years back, I appreciate they have come up, they have come out now, and even the law allows it. Like, there is no time bar for any violence that has happened on women. Anytime they can give a complaint. Law also says that. But it lost its value because of the span of the time. They took longer period to come out. So as women, we all should know when to react. For something, I have seen many couple coming to me with small jagda. They say, divorce ಕೊಡಿಸ್ಬಿಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, divorce ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್, divorce ಕೊಡಿಸ್ಬಿಡಿ, as if it's a kind of puffed rice which is kept in a provision store, and I can, okay, half liter iವರು ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, 2 kg ಅವರು ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, 3 kg ಇವರು ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. So they come up with small incident also for divorce. We all should know when to react, and with whom should we react. You have some issue with the government, correct? We have some issues with the government. We don't meet the minister or his PA or the ministry or the legislature or the corporator of your area. We simply stand in a corner of a park and we will start grumbling. Ayyo raste sarigila, ayyo mori sarigila, ayyo light illa, ayyo adilla, illi vasne, mosquito menace, monkey menace. 5 crores our Bombay chief minister have released now to rehabilitate the monkeys. So we simply grumble, and we do not know that point where we have to raise our voice. If we know that, we can face the challenges. That is what I learned from this incident. So basically what I'm trying to say is, everything is challenge. 3:30 attending this session itself is a challenge, because today is Saturday. In fact, I wanted to take rest. I wanted to sleep. You know what time I took bath? 3 o'clock. Adu eno. I was thinking it is what is this? There is one more app, no? Evening I have one session there. That Clubhouse. There you can't see the face. Okay, nighty mein chalo, baat karo. But suddenly, 2:49, I saw it's a Zoom. So invariably, I was sure Preeti or Supriya will ask me to switch on my video. I had to look good. ಬೈಕೊಂಡೆ, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಈ ಕ್ರಿಯಾಟಿವಿಟಿ ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್, ಒಪ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಐ ಟುಕ್ ಬಾತ್ at 3:05. So solution is there. Everything is a challenge. If you consider, everything is a challenge. Getting up in the morning is a challenge. Sitting on the WC, it's the biggest challenge of everybody's life every day, because everything happens in our gut, in our stomach. So sitting in the toilet, getting up in the morning, eating our breakfast, everything is challenge. How to overcome it? It is within us. That is why I shared the lessons I learned from some incidents. So I sincerely advise all the women and children, papa, children, bedi, we have to, guide them. I always advise women, first, you find out what you do not want in your life. I don't know whether the profession, what you are doing, whether you have selected voluntarily. If it is that, well and good. Not only in profession or in outside world, within your own home, you decide what you do not want. Then the vision becomes every challenge will take you to the road of achievement. Achievement andre ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದೇ ನನಗೆ ಇವಾಗವರೆಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. Having my own peace of mind. Life is nothing but bargaining for peace of mind every day. Correct? Having my own peace of mind is an achievement for me. ಇವತ್ತು ನನಗೆ ಕ್ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟಿವ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರಿಂದ ಪದ್ಮಶ್ರೀ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. 15,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಾ? ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಫೀಸ್? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ದೊಡ್ಡ ನಾಳೆ ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಥವಾ ಶ್ರೀನಾಥ್ ಸರ್ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಏನಾರು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಸ್ರೋ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ತಾರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ. See, technically speaking, let us be honest, let us be straightforward. ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ. But why did I agree to speak to you all? ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ನನ್ನ ತಾತಂತರ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ಸ್ ನ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ತಾತಂತರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್, they would have shared colorful stories with you. You would have had a umpteen number of very good enthusiastic sessions in your creative series. I'm just a drop in it. Why did I agree to it? Because I wanted to do it. If I was sitting in nighty here and talking to you with video on, ನೀವ್ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ನನ್ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಾ? ಯಾಕೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ನೈಟಿ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಯಾಕೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಮನೆಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ? ತಲೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಗಂಟೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಕ್ಲಿಪ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ನೀವು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಾ? ನೋ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? But still 3 o'clock I went to take bath and I took head bath and I even saw white hair ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. I put green bindi, looks nice. Okay, let me put green bindi. And I wanted to wear this dress because I wanted. Challenges. World is so beautiful because it's very challenging. Like, it has the ability to throw challenges on us. That is why this world is very beautiful. I tell you, once I was listening to a pravachana of one great Sri Guruji. He just explained and narrated an example. How beautiful it was. Iga, what's her name? Vijayashri avare. Orange color chudidar ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, green color dupatta ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, right?
Yes.
Just imagine, ನಿಮ್ಮದೇ ತರದ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಒಬ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ರು. Will you be happy? Okay, fine. You are comfortable. Don't tell me that you are happy. You are comfortable. Okay.
Comfortable, yeah.
ನಿಮ್ ಮುಂದೆನೂ ಒಬ್ರು ನಿಮ್ ತರದೇ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು.
Okay.
ಅಯ್ಯೋ, ನೀವು ಪಕ್ಕ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಪಕ್ಕಾನು ನಿಮ್ ತರದೇ ಕಲರ್ ಡ್ರೆಸ್. ಈ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಆ ಕಡೆನೂ ಅದೇ ತರ ಡ್ರೆಸ್. ಅಯ್ಯೋ, ನಾನ್ ರೆಡ್ ಕಲರ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು, ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಇದೇ ತರ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Honestly tell me, will you feel that or not? ಏನ್ರಿ ಪ್ರೀತಿ? Tell me, ಪ್ರೀತಿ. Would you feel that or not? Sure. Yeah. So world is there to throw various challenges to us. That is why life is beautiful. Ilde idre it becomes like the story I told you, how the father was feeding idli and masala dosa to children every day. They wanted challenges because they wanted to achieve something. Without challenges, we cannot achieve our peace of mind. The highest achievement is our own peace of mind. Preeti, don't ever think that, will I be able to, make the children succeed? Or will I be able to change the society? No, we are not here to change the society. We are bargaining with our peace of mind. Do your duty. ತುಂಬಾ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಾತುರಿ ಕರ್ಮಣ್ಯವಾಧಿಕಾರಸ್ಯ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಅದು ನಾವು ಓದಿದೀವಿ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ನೀವೇನ್ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ? ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಬಿಡಿ, ನಮ್ಗದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. But bargaining with peace of mind is the only achievement you can have at the end of the day. EOD, end of the day, What did you do? Bargained with peace of mind. Good night. That's all we can do. ಇವಾಗ ಉಕ್ರೇನ್ ರಷ್ಯಾ ಯುದ್ಧ ಅಂಜಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ವರ್ಗಸ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಿಲ್ಸಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Does that mean that we have to sit here and cry for it? Isn't it? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯುದ್ಧ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ. Why did you stop today's session? Why did you continue with your series? Why did you wish happy Women's Day? Why? ನಾಳೆ ಇದು ಗಂಗೂಬಾಯಿ ಸಿನಿಮಾಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದ್ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ? It has come, no? I don't know about Kannada movies ಯಾವ್ದು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಿಂದಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲಿಯಾ ಬಟ್ ಗಂಗೂಬಾಯಿ. Correct? Will you stop watching Netflix or Z Cinema? Or will you stop watching TV serials? Because Ukraine and Russia, many people are they're dying, they're crying, they don't have food. At the end of the day, you have to live in your body. That is the greatest achievement. If you are capable of living in your body, that is the greatest achievement. That is how you have to train your children. Don't inculcate false dream in them. What is my height? 5 feet. And as teachers, as parents, you are telling me, you can become Deepika Padukone. You are as beautiful as Aishwarya Rai. Every child has a talent. But every child has a talent is the truth. But every child can become whatever he or she wants. So there's a false dream, false promise we are giving to the child. No, we have to make the children understand everybody is different. Everybody is different. ನನ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರೀ ಬೂಸ ಬಿಡೋ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಾ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡೋ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ಯಾರಿಗೋ ಆರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡೋ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ಯಾರಿಗೋ ಏನು ಮಾಡದೆ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡೋ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಂತ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿನೂ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಸ್ಲೀಪ್ ವೆನೆವರ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಲೀಪ್? ನೋ, ಐ ಕಾಂಟ್ at least. But I have seen a person who can sleep 24 hours. That's a talent. With having good health, that person can sleep 24 hours. Whenever she wants, she can sleep. She gets sleep, but I can't. So you have to tell children everybody is different. Everybody need not become everything. You have to set your goal. At the end of the day, it's your mind who has to get peace. I always tell, when you squeeze an orange, what comes out? Rutvik, heltiyappa, Rutvik, can you please tell me? I don't know whether it's a small boy or big man. I just said heltiyappa. Rutvik, video on madi. Please switch on your video. Aha, yakari maate adala. Rutvik, heli. Tamil, Telugu, English, Hindi, which language?
And the sap will come.
Huh?
The sap will come.
Sap? App. Okay. I'm sorry, I couldn't understand. Srinivasa? Srinivasa is there? Okay. This. What's your name, beta? Okay, switch on. Ritvik, switch on. Just remove your hand from the camera. See. Okay, now, will you talk in English, Kannada, Hindi, Telugu, which language? Tamil?
My English.
English, okay. You're from which place?
I am from Hunsur.
Hunsur. Maga, yav school go hoಗ್ತೀಯ ಹುಣಸೂರಲ್ಲಿ?
Nam New Cambridge Public School.
ನ್ಯೂ ಕೇಂಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀಯ? ಹುಣಸೂರು, ನಮ್ಮೂರ್ ಪಕ್ಕ ಇದ್ಕೊಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀನು ನಾನು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತೀಯಲ್ಲೋ, ಯಾಕೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರಕಿಲ್ವಾ?
I can understand Kannada also.
Oh, you can understand Kannada, but you can't speak Kannada?
I can.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾಕೋ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ್ಯಾ? Tell me the reason why you said you would talk in English. Tell me.
Our school intention is we have to talk in English like that.
Why your school intention is that? Have you ever asked your teachers?
Yes, ma'am.
What did they tell? Why they want you people to speak in English?
I had that one question that why we have to talk in English like that. We are in Karnataka, no? we have to encourage our Kannada, like that I asked. They told, yes, we can, but in our modern society, we have to talk in English. There is no any encouragement to Kannada like that. If we go to one job, we have to talk in English like that, they told.
Okay. Go back to the same teacher and tell, Madam, ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನನಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೇಷ್ಟ್ರಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಆಸೆ ಇದೆ, ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ನನಗೆ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಲಕ್ಷ ಸಂಬಳ ಬರೋ ಕೆಲಸ ಇದೆ, ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳು.
Yes, ma'am.
Will you ask?
Yes, ma'am.
See, teachers, all the teachers, when a child asks you this question, Madam, we are in Karnataka or we are in Tamil Nadu, we are in Andhra, we should speak in our regional language. Why you are forcing us to speak in English? Don't tell that in modern world English is a necessity. If you study in your own regional language, you will not get job. No, don't tell that. Have you read Constitution? Sahabalve. Like, what we do, it should be understood by others. That is why we should have a commonality in society. That is why we are teaching you English. What I do if you don't understand, why will you invite me as a speaker? What I speak, if you don't understand, why will you invite me as a speaker? We should have a common connection, correct? So tell your students, don't tell them if they study in regional language, okay, if someone wants to become Tamil professor, ಹುಡುಗ ಅಥವಾ ಹುಡುಗಿ ತಮಿಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತಾಳೆ ಬಿಡಿ. Why school is forcing for them to learn English? Instead of telling them that you don't get a job if you study in your regional language, tell them that whatever you do, it should be understood by many people. So you should have commonality with the society. That is why there should be a link between you and the society. That is why you learn English. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡಿ, come back to me and tell, English ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂತಾರೋ ಮಕ್ಕಳೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕಲಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Because it's basic human tendency to make ourselves understood by others. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯಾರು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ. How many of us have cried for this? Everybody, don't lie. Honest to God, everybody have cried for that. Correct? Men, women, children, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅಳು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Isn't it? So tell them, if you want to be understood by entire world, there should be a common link between you and the world. So you learn this. They will learn. Okay, Ritvik, I'm happy you are learning English and you also know Kannada. Now tell me, if you squeeze an orange, what will come out? ಜೀವನ್, ನೀನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀಯಾ? ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ಯಾ ಕಣ ನೀನು? ಜೀವನ್, ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ತೆಗಿ. ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸನಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ಹೇಳ್ತೀಯಾ? ಸಾಯಿ ಮಾಧುರಿ. ಯಾರಮ್ಮ ಸಾಯಿ ಮಾಧುರಿ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇದು ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸಾಯಿ ಮಾಧುರಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಆರೆಂಜ್ ನ ಸ್ಕ್ವೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆರೆಂಜ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಾಯಿ ಮಾಧುರಿ? ಸಾಯಿ ಮಾಧುರಿ, ಮ್ಯೂಟ್. Unmute yourself, please.
Ma'am, I'm in bus, ma'am.
That's okay, ma'am. ಏನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು, ನನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್? ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ನೀವ್ ಹೆಂಗು ಇಯರ್ಫೋನ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ. ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರಿಂಗ್ ಮೀ that if we squeeze an orange juice will come out. I want to know why. When you squeeze an orange, why the orange juice comes out? ಧನ್ವಿನ್ ರಾಮ್, ಪುಟ್ಟು ಚುಟ್ಕು, ಎಷ್ಟನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಓದ್ತೀಯ ನೀನು?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್
ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಯಾವ ಊರು?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್
ಬೆಂಗಳೂರುವಾ? ವಿಚ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಟೆಕ್ನೋ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್.
Good. Okay. See, I asked a question. You understood? ನಿಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ ಮಗ ನಾ ಏನ್ ಕೇಳ್ದೆ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಪುಟ? ಒಂದು ಆರೆಂಜ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಿತ್ಲೆ ಹಣ್ಣು ಅಲ್ಲ? ಕಿತ್ಲೆ ಹಣ್ಣನ್ನ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಂಡತ್ಯ, ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದ್ರೊಳಗಿಂದ?
ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಏನ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಕಂದ?
ಆರೆಂಜ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್.
ಯಾಕೆ ಮಗ ಆರೆಂಜ್ ನ ಸ್ಕ್ವೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆರೆಂಜ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮಗ? ಹೇಳು ನನಗೆ.
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಸ್ಕ್ವೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಚೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಚೆ ಬರುತ್ತಾ? ಸರಿ, ನಾನು ಆರೆಂಜ್ನ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಯಾಕೆ ಆಪಲ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಈಚೆ ಬರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ? ನೀ ಹೇಳಿದ ಅದ್ರೊಳಗಿರೋ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ಆಪಲ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಆಪಲ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ.
Correct. Andre, when we squeeze an orange, orange juice comes out because inside the orange, there is only orange juice. It's like that. ನಮ್ಮ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ ಅದೇ ಈಚೆ ಬರೋದು. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೇನು ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ಕೂಡ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. If I focused, if I'm intended to complete my education, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವಿಮೆನ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅದ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಬೈಕೂತೀರಾ ಆಮೇಲೆ. ಸಿ, ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಫೇಸಿಂಗ್, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಏಜ್ ಆಫ್ 13 and 18 ಏಜ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್. ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳ ವಿದ್ಯಾಭ್ಯಾಸಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್. ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? Don't tell me, oh, they are poor, they conduct child marriage, they are poor, poverty. No, even in Bangalore, elite class people, they are getting their daughters, teen daughters married away. You know why? Because between 13 and 18 nowadays, because of the exposure, the children are losing their focus and they are falling into the trap called love. So what parents are doing? ನಮ್ಮ ಮಗಳು ಲವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಓಡೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅನ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 15 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ SLC ಬಿಡಿಸಿ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಮೀ, ಈವನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ who can afford putting there to any public school, who are so called rich, they are conducting this child marriage. They are marrying their daughters away below the age of, before the completion of 18th year. For the reason, nowadays children are losing their focus, ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಪ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. That is the biggest challenge. Now, what is the challenge? Losing the challenge. What is the remedy? Bring back them to the focal point, focus. What is your achievement? Thank God, ಒಂದ್ ಹುಡುಗಿ ನಾನು ಫುಲ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾಭ್ಯಾಸ ಓದಿಸ್ತೆ. Now I can sleep well. That is your achievement. Isn't it? It's very simple.
Excuse me, ma'am.
ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ.
Ma'am, and why was child marriage came to India, ma'am?
Why was? ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಪುಟ್ಟ.
Why did child marriage came to India, ma'am? And that one system?
How sweet. Which class you are in?
6th, ma'am.
Which school, beta?
Sharda Vidya Mandira.
Which ಊರು?
In Bangalore, ma'am.
ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು. ನಿನ್ನ ಹೆಸರೇನು?
Ma'am?
ನಿನ್ನ ಹೆಸರೇನು? What is your name?
Jeevan.
Jeevan. Fantastic question. Tell me, when did you know the child marriage, the word child marriage? When did you come to know the word child marriage?
When I was in 4th standard, ma'am.
4th standard. Was it in your textbooks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you remember what was there? Like at least 1, 2, 3 sentences you can tell me. What was there in the textbook?
Yes, ma'am. At
Tell me.
12 and 13 years, girls were going to school, ma'am. At that time, they used to see some boys and see, ma'am. And in that way, it was explained in the book, ma'am.
Okay. So, to give safety and security to the girls, child marriage came into force. Was that written in the textbook?
No, ma'am.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is the reason. So people used to think that, see beta, I will make you understand only for your age. When you grow up, you will understand a lot more things. Child marriage came to India, as the historians say, to give protection to a girl child.
Yes.
Okay. Society used to think that only marriage, always girls are getting married to who? Boys. Correct? Society used to think that the old school of thought. They thought that only boys, men can give protection to women. That is why they thought, okay, at the earlier age, if we can marry away a girl with to a man, then she's protected. That is why the child marriage came. But when we realized it is false, is it right or wrong?
It is wrong.
Why it is wrong?
Because girls will be having a good future, ma'am. Because if they go to school, they can use their good future.
Yes. So girls can also protect themselves. It is not that only boys need to protect girls. Girls and boys both are equal, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You have only female women teachers in your school?
No, ma'am. We have
Even
men.
sirs come? So society realized both man and woman, girl and boy are equal. That is why they wanted to stop child marriage. So the government brought about a law called Prohibition of Child Marriage Act. Okay. Now the law is called Prevention of Child Marriage.
Yes.
Okay, so now it is stopped, but still some, old people, the people, they think that still girls should
And
be
they want
protected.
girls to work at their home, ma'am. And some
Yes.
grandparents cannot work, and they want some girls to work, so they will do child management.
My God. Clap for you, beta. You have understood more than your age. You are matured more to your age. I'm very happy. But this is the reason I'm so happy that you have understood that child marriage is very bad. Hence, we have to give education to girls.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. Can you name one of the girls' classmate you have? Classmates, girl classmates? Any one of the girls?
It's ma'am. Devika.
Devika is in your classmate?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. I'm happy that you have friends too.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
So let me sum up. It's, oh my God, 5 o'clock. Saturday, but I'm very happy to speak to these children, I tell you. So we need more time to talk about the child marriage according to their age and understanding level. And definitely we will have a physical session at the earliest on each topic of child marriage or sexual harassment or even child labor, everything we can have. Let me sum up this session because it's already 5 o'clock. See, always trust that life is beautiful because of the colorful challenges it is giving us, and solution is always within us. I am doing things not because this society wants or it is inevitable, or if I don't do, then tomorrow morning Surya Baralla. Whatever I am doing is for myself, my betterment, and my peace of mind. Don't force our thoughts, our dreams on somebody else, because already world is with full of challenges. Let us take it and let us achieve the peace of mind. That itself is a great achievement of life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Actually, time is running out. I call Ishrat Sultana for the vote of section. Ishrat, over to you.
Thank you. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Women's Day, everyone. So thank you, creative team, for giving me the opportunity to render this vote of thanks. I would like to express my gratitude to everyone for your presence and contribution to make this webinar a success. I extend my gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest, Srimati Anjali Ramanna ma'am, to take out time from her busy schedule to grace the event. Thank you, ma'am, for inspiring us to dare to ask a question to someone about what they don't want or what they don't like. Also, how to overcome our challenges as women and how to tackle it efficiently. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your life experiences and encouraging us with your words. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be with you all.
Thank you, ma'am. A special thanks to Srinath sir for providing us support to make this webinar successful. I thank you, sir. I extend my gratitude to Supriya to organize this webinar, even amidst her duties and working hard for the past few days to make this webinar successful. And I congratulate Supriya and her team for the success of this program. Thank you, Supriya.
Thank you.
I must thank all the volunteers of Creative as well as the participants for your active participation. Thank you, everyone, once again for making this webinar a success. Thank you, one and all. Over to Supriya.
I wanted to just thank Naveen Gundi sir for suggesting Anjali ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for engaging us with your experience. Thank you, ma'am. We are ending this session.